Hi, are you interested in connecting with your intuition and how it can make your life so much better in so many ways? And what I often hear from so many people over the years is that they don't have intuition, which is not true. Everyone is wired with intuition. Um, and when you think about your life and you reflect on it, you can see that you have at least one or many experiences where you just had a thought pop in without any reasoning and you followed it, or you saw that in somebody and there was no outward confirmation. That's intuition. And so when you find what your intuitive, how you receive intuition, how you feel, like some people hear a thought and or a gut feeling, oftentimes the gut feeling, and or have a feeling about something, or can just all of a sudden start thinking about a different direction. Oftentimes those are intuitions. So we get confused because we're thinking it needs to be more concrete, and oftentimes it just feels subtle, it feels abstract, it feels unclear. But what I have found, the exciting part about intuition, is when you just start with that one little thought and move forward and really connect to it in the way that you receive, then it will get a little louder. And it's about trusting it, and that's scary because when let's say you get a thought to go in a new direction in your life, and you talk yourself out of it. But if you go past that and really dive into the intuition, you could see that, okay, if you follow it, you see where it goes. And so life can be very rich and fulfilling in ways that you can't even imagine. And so I use intuition in so many ways. One of the ways that I found works for me is when it's personal, not when I'm intuiting about another person, is using dreams. So I'm going to talk, this is going to be a little bit of a series. I'm just going to talk today about how to use dreams. And then in another YouTube, I'm going to talk about different ways to receive or different ways to follow, or any. I would love to hear your stories of intuition and how it impacted your life. Because, it's just exciting when you add that part of, because we are intuitive thinking, feeling beings. And when we live from that full place, then it's exciting. It's amazing. And I have, one day I might share more about it, but my life has gone from a life of a lot of hard struggle to a feeling of empowerment. And I attribute most of it to my deep relationship with spirit and with intuition. And and when we follow those, it brings us to new horizons. So using dreams as a way to connect with intuition is, I might have, I'll share a dream that I had, and I'll share how I confused it. So that can happen too. So when I was single for a long time, and really wanted to meet my partner, my life partner, I would ask to be shown in a dream where he was. That's the question. It's like, where's my partner? And the dream I had was of the health food store. And so I assumed, this is the other part of intuition, is to really go a little bit more into asking inward. But I didn't. I assumed that, okay, he's at the health food store. So every time I went to the health food store, it was really hard not to wonder if he was there. And years later, when I did meet my husband, it turns out he owned that health food store. So intuition can be confusing if we just take it and not go deep and ask. Be inquisitive with intuition. Have a relationship with your intuition as if it's a friend and you're in a dialogue with it. And so intuition can be your best friend. And you're having and you're asking. So I learned from that dream to be more specific, and to ask for clarity around health. Sometimes, what do I need to do? And sometimes I have to ask often before I get the answer. But it's really important to affirm that, okay, this is the question. Say, trying to think of a question. Let's just say that, okay, you have a job opportunity, and it's like, okay, bring it to the dream. Is this a good job for me? And I want to remember the answer, remember the dream, and understand the answer. I remember back in when I was a teenager and I started working with dreams, I would forget to ask those things, and then I'd wake up and I knew the answer was in the dream, but I just couldn't remember the dream or the answer. And so when you affirm that here's the question, I would like the answered in the dream. I would like to remember the dream and understand the answer, and affirm that. And if you don't that day, do it the next. And it's cultivating a stronger dream life, a stronger clarity with intuition coming through dreams. And the reason dreams are really a good way to receive guidance for your own self is because your mind's out of the way. If you were to sit and meditate and try to get the answer, or throw cards, or do something, some way to receive, your mind might get in the way and interpret it as you still can with the dreams I showed you, but it will help you kind of detach from the answer. So I would love to hear how that works for you, because I think it's a really important start. Or if you've been doing intuition forever, it's good to remember to do more of that, and it's helpful. And intuition can really it's just part of us. So that's another important thing to remember, is that you have intuition. Don't ever feel like you don't. It's just maybe you haven't had a friendship or connection or relationship with your intuition. And once you open that up, it's amazing. So I wish you a very nourishing day, and thank you, and I'll talk with you soon.